Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to another Premier League mini guide. Today we are looking at Watford, obviously performing very, very well in real life. But in this video, we're going to look at the squad themselves, where they need to strengthen, maybe if players that we can sell. We're also going to look at things like dynamics and the club as a whole, what they expect us to achieve this season, finances, and all that sort of good stuff. So, first off, let's see what sort of money we're talking about this year. Not very much of it. Apparently, £8 million to spend. We're £2 million in debt in the bank. Do we have any debt and loans? Yes, we do, but only £8 million. £7 million left to pay back, so that's nothing to worry about. Wages wise, we've got 50 grand a week. So we're looking at one player, really, unless you're going to obviously sell to bring in. But what do the board expect us to achieve this season? In the league, mid-table, FA Cup, 5th round, League Cup, 4th round. Okay, mid-table, it's an ask. It's not an easy one. Like Man City, that I just looked at, all that talent in Man City and they just want top 4. That's doable. Watford could be a little tricky the first year. We'll have a look at the squad first and sort of look and see if there's any weak areas. Staff-wise, decent medical. Scouting needs much improvement. You've got a bunch of scouts, but obviously not that great ones. And I'd say the coaching needs sorting because we've only got one space for a coach and lots of work needs to be done. So I'm probably going to go through these individually, mutual terminate some contracts because we can do better than that. So it needs a little bit of work wise. Medical staff is okay though. Okay, let's have a look at the dynamics, see where we're... I feel like I've seen this screen a lot because Miles is obviously a massive Watford fan. So lots of the screenshots for FM18 were these dudes. So we've got 2 team leaders, Gomez and Troy Deeney, just because they've been at the club and he's captain. Okay, so not many massively highly influential players. Other teams have got like 8 of the highly influential players. Always remember that let's say you decided to replace the goalkeeper, that there's a chance that he could piss off his mates. Thankfully, Gomez has no friends. Oh, bless him. I feel sorry for him now. He's sitting on his own. Oh. You've got Hollebass and Will Hughes obviously in there as well, but that's because they're new to the club. I feel really sorry for Gomez. He's been there ages. He's a team leader and nobody likes him. Right, okay. So, let's have a look at the squad. Sort of roughly go over, look at the team, see what needs improving, what is decent, etc., etc. See any weak areas. So we've got Gomez, no friends Gomez in goal, who's a very, very good goalkeeper, but he is 36. We do have a Loki backup one, who's pretty decent as well. I actually quite like him as a backup goalkeeper. I'm hoping he's just not expecting to play a ton of games. So, centre-back options. This is where we might be a little bit weak. So, we have Yunus Kabul. I haven't seen him for ages. Is he like dead? I thought he was dead or something. 31 years old now. He's out at the start of the season. He's a solid, if unspectacular, centre-back option. We've got, he's transfer listed and loan listed and wanted. Okay, so Sebastian Prodi, 30 years old now, £12 million. He looks decent. He looks half decent. Acceleration is a little bit of an issue there, but he actually looks all right. Bearing in mind we only have £8 million to spend, so this is maybe where you make some money if you need to cash in. Huddersfield, they're only looking to loan him. So then we've got Christian Cabaselli. Apologies if I murder all these names. It feels like Watford has a brand new team every year who's... Again, solid if unspectacular centre-back, but he is Belgium, so that gives him like plus 10 points. So then we've got Craig Cathcart, Northern Irish international with plenty of experience, can play full-back, but not really. He is a centre-back, and he's okay. Lots of okays. I'm feeling I'm saying okay a lot. Molawagu, Uwug, Waug, whatever. On loan from Udinese. He's all right. Yeah, he'll do as a sort of backup option. Then we got Miguel Britos, who is a 31-year-old centre-back. Decent player, solid player, can play left-back if needed, but obviously much more of a centre-back. Again, 31 though, so It looks like our better centre-backs are all older. Then we've got Dowell Janmat, who... Oh, we're looking at centre-backs. He's a fullback. And then we've got Nathaniel Shalabar, who is probably our best prospect, but he's not really... He's less of a centre-back. He's more of, I would say, DM or deep-line playmaker, centre-mid type player. So centre-back-wise, we've got no real standout. Everybody's a similar level of average, which, you know, we're Watford. We've got to be realistic here, but, you know, and they're all at the top of their game. That's Shalabar's going to come, but we're not counting him as a centre-back, really. These guys are all of that age where they're only going to get worse. We've got a few injuries as well. We've got 2 months start of the game, 8 weeks. We've got Kabul's out for 8 weeks, isn't it? Something like that. Okay, so meh is the centre-back. So full-back-wise, we've got Daryl Yanmat, ex-Newcastle player, who's all right. This is an interesting team looking at it, actually. Kiko Femenia. Never heard of him in my entire life. Who's more of a winger. If you were a really attacking full-back would be fine, but bear in mind he's got 8 marking and only 11 tackling. So maybe more of a winger. So on the right, we've got Daryl Yanmat and a winger as backup. On the left, we've got Marvin Ziegler. Who is he? Okay, 9 marking, 12 tackling. It's an improvement, but obviously a very attacking wing back as well. And we have no backups. Apart from Jose Holobas, who I'm staring at but not mentioning. Who's one of their better players, ironically, that I've just forgotten. Solid player. Mental's lacking a tiny bit. Physical's amazing, even for a 33-year-old. He's got 18 natural fitness, so these will stay high even for another couple of years. Okay. Yeah, I'm so far, every player I've looked at is like never amazing, never really bad. Kind of, he's all right. Let's see if we can get some gems here. We got Ben Watson, who starts the game transfer listed. 31, another oldie. Deep line playmaker, sort of ball-winning midfielder. I'd sort of more likely. He's a decent all-rounder, but again, 31 now. These are starting to drop quite rapidly. He's only worth 4 million. We don't have the biggest squad. I might be tempted to keep him just as a backup option. Then we've got Kapue, who's a really sort of decent playmaker option in the centre of midfield. Will Hughes, the new guy. He's kind of an FM legend for years. People would buy this kid for absolutely years, steal him away from Derby. A good advanced playmaker role, can play behind the striker. Then we've got Dakure, who's another... he's okay. We've got a Canelero and a Mazzala. I don't know what either of those two things are. Box-to-box midfielder, I know that. And a Mazzala's like a baby box-to-box, isn't it? Wasn't that? I can't remember. So central midfield, we've got Tom Cleverley, who's, I'd say, a little bit more advanced, but he can play centre mid as well, who's meh. Wow, this is a hard one, because there's no real weaknesses, but there's no massive strength so far. So, central midfield, we've got the numbers if you keep Ben Watson. We've got Shalabar that can come in as central midfield as well, so he's going to be one of your main men. So that's not too bad. Then, more attacking-wise, we've got Pereira, who starts off the game injured for 3 months, which is annoying. He's one of our better players. Another central midfield attacking option. We've got Aloni, Andre Carillo, who's... He can play both sides, which is about as exciting as he gets. Another average player, Andre Gray, who's an okay striker. And obviously we've got Troy Deeney. And this kid was the one I wanted to look at, Richarlison. Only 20 years old. Scouts reckon he'll be 5-star. This could be the guy that you build your team round. He's quite versatile, so I decide really early on how you're going to develop this guy as a winger. He's 2-footed as well. God, that is quite nice. I'm looking at striker, to be honest. He's 5'11". He's got decent heading and jumping. He's a good all-rounder. He's not really a target man, more of a complete forward, to be honest. If we look at, the actual attributes, he's lacking a little bit in the mentals there. But I think with some development, give this guy game time. 2-footed is still pretty rare in this game. Decide if you're going to make him an inside forward, which could be a really good shout, or a winger, or a forward. I'm saying inside forward or forward, less of the winger option, but very, very good. We're going to have a quick look at the under-23s and under-18s before we go ahead and sort of talk about where we need to strengthen. Oh, we've got Isaac Success. Okay, I think he can do a job in the first team, to be honest. Again, mentals. There's a few mentals lacking here. Need some individual training. Determination's only 10. I'd give him some tutoring if at all possible. And we've got this guy, Adalberto Panaranda. Jesus. Right. Another striker, complete forward, in fact, is on loan at Malaga at the moment. So, looking at that, looks like, I won't go through these, but there looks to be some decent talent as well. And then we've got, there's a Arate kid still there, 30 years old now. Another good striker, or number 10. So actually, it discovers, from what before going into Watford, I thought, Troy Deeney. And that's Andre Gray was okay. And I thought, okay, maybe that's going to be their weak point. Actually, not so much here, but Richarlison and the other guys, actually, a bright future for the strikers of Watford. I'm looking to probably improve the defence. I think for £8 million plus a few million if you either sell the likes of Ben Watson or you do it in instalments, I think we could do better as a centre-back. But that's because of our lack of money. That's pretty much all we can do unless you're going to really rearrange the squad, sell a bunch of players. But I'd be careful with that in the new FM because of this system here. You could easily piss off a lot of players if you decided to make big changes. Right, there we go, my friends. The Watford guide is done. Lots of average players, but actually the little gems we found in the under-23s and the reserves in the under-18s. So if you're managing Watford, please do let me know in the comments tips and tricks and players and tactics that you guys like. For me, I'm probably playing... We don't have that many wingers, so I might be so we've got Daryl Yamat and Kiko, who both are pretty attacking fullbacks, as is Holobas. So I might play a 5 at the back with wing backs, just to give us the width. Use our strengths, which is our attacking fullbacks in this situation, not the best defensively. So in that case, even more important to get another centre back in. If you're going to play wingers, then you probably need to do a bit of work getting some wingers, unless you're going to be happy playing the like of Richarlison, who again, like I said, not he's okay as a winger if you trained him, but I still think he's better elsewhere. Or you're going to play Andre Gray out of position, stuff like that. So if you're going to play wingers, buy a winger. If you're not, if you're going to play 5 at the back, buy a centre back. That is my advice. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please check out all my other FM18 content. I've got a literal shit ton, not a literal shit ton, a pretend shit ton of videos coming to the channel for FM18 experiments, let's plays, challenges, other stuff. There we go. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.